Well, hello to a special episode of Postcards with Amy
And Jeff.
You might notice the change of venue, huh? There's an ocean out there with beautiful blue water and umbrellas and chairs.
It's the same Maldivian, aka the Arabian Ocean.
Exactly.
Caribbean.
We're in the Maldives, people.
Yes, we were in the Maldives, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, it's really not even hot.
Well, we've got a really strong off the water breeze that's keeping us cool.
Yeah.
And our friend Arif is just delivering us our Singha beer.
We love
Thank you, Arif.
Thank you, Arif.
And we've actually only got 15 minutes to do this episode.
Or this segment, yes. Because we have to go back and catch our boat
back to the ship.
Back to the tender to take us back to the ship. So it's a little bit of a thing.
Ship. Tender to the ship.
Yes.
Okay. So, first thing today, I had a really busy morning. I cannot tell you. I actually went down to the laundry and did clothes. Walked in.
Yeah.
It was about 8 o'clock. Perfect. Had it. Huh?
Oh.
I'll keep open the tap or...
No.
Right
Okay.
now.
There you go, friend. Thank you.
You want to say hello to our friends at home?
Howdy.
Arif?
We'll
Say
be on
hello to our
podcast.
friends. Say hello.
Hi.
Hey, hello.
So yeah, I did laundry. Amy had to get up really early, woke me up as I was sleeping good, and she went for a dive.
I did a dive in the Maldives. Yes.
And every place we've been, they keep saying, this is the best dive spot in the world, whether it's Great Barrier Reef, but the Maldives, I'm going to let Amy tell you all about.
Wow.
I
Well,
sit back.
this
I'm going
was
to sit
the
back and sit.
sit back and sit. This was the only scuba diving excursion organized by the boat.
By the boat. By the ship. Oceania.
Yes.
Oceania.
Yeah. So I get down to the meeting point, and there's only 5 of us going. So that's kind of cool. And of course, nobody's young on a cruise ship.
But you had another woman with you and 3
Yes.
guys.
And 3 fellas. I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And you kicked ass.
I did, actually. But, so we, we take the tender. We're all kind of comparing notes. We're enjoying, each other's company. We get on a fair sized boat.
I want to duck out so you can see
The
beach.
water. So fabulous. But so we got
the
on
waves sound just like the Corona commercial back home
It
crashing
does.
on the beach.
I said that earlier.
I know.
Yes. So we got on a very large boat, which could have fit 20 people on it, but there were just the 5 of us diving, and there were 5 of them. So there were 4 guides and 1 driver. And I'm thinking, that's been pretty good. But it's only a 1-tank dive, so, it was going to be a quickie. So we drive out a good 20 minutes.
For those of you who aren't divers, 1 tank means you have 1 tank on your back instead of 2.
1 tank? No. Nobody has 2 tanks on the back. Too heavy.
Oh, come on.
That's the old time.
You have to be tight.
No, you do 1 tank down, you come up, you rest, and then you do the second tank.
Okay.
But we only did 1 tank.
You can edit that out.
Exactly. So we rode out on the boat a good 20 minutes. The dive instructor was a woman, which I thought was really cool. Seems to be a bit of a male-dominated society here. It's our good Muslim friends that are in charge in the Maldives.
Yep.
So we've seen a lot of bikinis. We've seen a lot of ladies
Did she
in
dive
cover.
in a bikini?
No, she did not. She was
All right.
rocking. Yeah, she was in charge. Gave us our briefing. Reminded us how to breathe out of a scuba. Now, some of my compatriots hadn't dove in a while. It was quite obvious
Particularly
once we
Bob
got
from
underwater.
New York.
Oh yeah, it'd been a while. Yeah, which was good then because we had 4 divers with us.
That's an
to
internet
help.
question. If you're breathing through your mouth, how do you exhale? Through your ears?
No, through your mouth.
Through your mouth? Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That explains why there's not an exhaust valve on your mask. I just assumed you blew bubbles out your mask.
I do breathe out my nose once in a while, and you can kind of hear it go, but a lot of times the bubbles go up right over your ear, and that makes a noise. So I don't like that either. So you
Okay.
try and breathe really slowly, and then that doesn't happen.
I see.
So we get out there. We're right about 20 minutes on this boat, and then we get ready, and we jump in, and okay. We jump in, and she's talking about a drift dive, and I'm like, drift dive. I've
You've
done one
done
of those, but that's not what I was expecting today. So it was a drift dive in that there was current, and we were working against the current, but nothing more than a flip or two, to keep you going. So we get down there, and one of the ladies was having trouble with her buoyancy. She didn't quite have the right weights. So the dive master was up with her, and all the rest of us were down at the bottom, just kind of looking around. I look up, and suddenly I am in the middle of a torrent of rays and sharks.
Big
sharks.
Not just sharks, big sharks.
Big sharks and fish. I've never seen anything like it. Everybody else was going, you had that camera going, did you get that?
We hope so. We'll find out tomorrow morning.
I think so. I've never seen anything like it. I've never had a dive like this. Number one, we never moved from that spot because those fish
They
kept
all
coming
came to
back
you.
to us.
They
They
came to
kept
look at
coming back.
You were
So-
the entertainment.
We were the show. They came to us. Why would we leave? So, on the times when they weren't there with us, then I would try and focus in on the coral and the small fish. There was some interesting fish there. Some that we've seen, some that we haven't. But those rays and those sharks, and then there were some big fish with them. They just all traveled in a pack. I've never seen it. It's just
They're
incredible.
waiting. You guys might have been scaring off their lunch or
I don't know.
breakfast.
Somebody said they might have been attracted by the sounds of the engine of the boat. Does that mean somebody's feeding them?
I don't know.
I guess.
But fortunately, you have nothing sparkly on to grab their attention.
No.
Yeah.
So I felt pretty rock star cool. I was breathing slowly. I was holding my own. I was operating a camera.
What did you get to wear today?
What?
When you dove, what did you have to wear?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Nothing. You didn't have to wear a wetsuit.
No wetsuit. That's
She did
part
have.
of the whole thing.
She had other clothes on.
Well, I did. my regular swim trunks and
No sting shirt to
no.
ward off jellyfish.
I did wear my rash shirt, for some protection. And it gives you a little protection against the BCE, kind of scratchy. Yeah, no wetsuit. Water had to have been 85 degrees.
It was gorgeous when we went out.
Fantastic. So we get done, blah, 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 great dive. What are you going to do? We get done, we get off at the port.
Yeah.
And Jeff and I had talked, and we're like, we kind of need an easy day. See if you can find a place. It's your turn to talk.
It is.
That's why I'm turning it over to you.
So, as I said, I finished the laundry, did my research, and found this place called Crossroads Resort. So this is our boat pass. This indicates we're on a tour with Crossroads. This is our admission bracelet, and this is our 30% discount bracelet on food and drinks.
God in heaven.
Oh, we forgot to tell this guy. Maybe he saw.
Oh, he got it.
Yeah. So we have all
Oh,
this
yeah.
this jumble stuff
Oh, yeah.
on
$3
our
off.
wrist.
Yeah.
But so I had researched this, and they said when you get off the boat, don't do any excursions, look for this little Crossroads tent. So I went right over there. And as I'm walking up, there's Amy, already done from her dive, and she goes, Jeff, Dad! Oh, it worked out perfect. And
Yeah.
we were with about at least 4 people from the Netherlands, who the one guy is Willem.
Yeah. Yes.
So
There's
they were
9 of us all
negotiating a
together.
deal.
Yeah.
And so we all got on for $50 a piece versus 100. And so hopefully our
Came
boat
to
will
this.
be there to take us back.
Came to this beautiful beach, all the amenities. It has a pool, it has a beach, it has lawn chairs, it has a bar with a reef.
Volleyball courts,
And there's food,
disco dancing, tons of restaurants.
music in the background.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it was. This is nice. This is kind of what you envision
The
being on
Maldives.
these small islands are, just
Yeah.
laying around all day and being lazy,
Yeah. I could
which
do
is
it.
kind of what we did.
I could do it. I
was-
think, you know.
It was easier than I thought, dear.
Yeah, I think Michelle, the 4 of us, Mike, Michelle, and you and me, we should come here for, a
Yeah.
week. We
Yeah.
can dive. You guys can do whatever you want.
Mike and I are okay on our own.
So I would say one of my best dives ever.
I know you've said that before.
Every
but-
time, I know.
Every time, but even reading the write-ups on the dive experiences, the write-ups here on the Maldives was just way over the top. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, it's just way over the top. But Amy confirmed it was pretty amazing.
I would say the visibility was not perfect. The visibility was a little cloudy, but let me tell you, these rays, they were, sometimes I had to go like this, because one was going to hit me.
Oh,
So,
yikes.
well, that's all right.
At least the sharks kept their distance.
They did. Sharks, I never came within probably 10 feet of a shark. And they
How
were
long were they?
they were 6 feet long.
Okay.
Easy. 6,
All right.
7. They were spinner sharks.
I never heard of those.
Yeah.
So what's the
that's what she
thing for
said.
that?
Probably. Lemon shark.
Shark. We got that one.
Exactly. Spinner shark. They were big. Some of them were big. But they didn't pay me no mind.
Good.
I didn't care.
So we just had to take advantage of this great place to do a short episode.
And give you a change of venue.
Yeah.
You know, you
starting
tired.
off the boat,
Yeah,
and
tired looking
everything.
at that. Yeah.
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 I hate to go, but we have to.
Yeah. We have 2 days to see, and then we'll be in the Seychelles Islands.
Yeah. And we may have a similar quick episode with that.
Exactly.
We'll
so
see.
I'm diving there too. Spoiler.
All righty.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Hello, here we are, day 2 of this episode.
It is.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Yes.
Postcard today with Jeff and Amy.
Premium edition.
Premium edition. No commercials.
Exactly.
We appreciate your support.
That's right. Thank you for your subscription.
Yep.
So
What country are we in today?
Seychelles. It's its own country,
Yeah.
though probably a I don't know,
Former,
French colony.
yeah,
They speak French there, and
Creole.
which was interesting. So, yes, we had those 2 beautiful islands back to back. So we had Seychelles and Maldives. Vastly different, though both are beautiful.
Both are
Beautiful
beautiful.
beaches. I think the Maldives beaches were a little nicer.
Huh.
I guess we really didn't
It
see
was
a
finer.
beach.
It was finer sand.
Oh, we did see a
Definitely.
beach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were on a resort, so
Yes.
it's hard to compare. Yes. So our first day in the Seychelles, we decided we needed a beach day.
Well, it was also Sunday, so downtown was completely closed.
Absolutely. Very Christian
Yes.
colony, and very devout. So yes, everything was closed in downtown Victoria, Seychelles.
Correct.
Yes, the city. So we just walked off the boat and we found a taxi driver, and he pretended he didn't understand me a lot. And I had a hard time describing, saying, we would like to go to a hotel. Just
We wanted to go to
take
the
us
North
to a
Beach.
hotel. Yes. And you know what? The next day I drove past the Savoy Hotel. It was beautiful. And it was the same place. So he took us to a crappy hotel. Kind of dumped us out in the middle of the street. We had negotiated $35 for 4 of us to kind of cross the island, which was 10
15
minutes.
minutes at
Yeah.
the most.
$35 for all of us. We get there and he said, oh no, 35 apiece.
We were going like,
And-
no. No.
Nice try, Bubba Gum. Ain't
So,
happening. So we
Our
all pile
big
out.
friend, Alabama Terry,
He said,
went to pay
no.
the bill.
Uh-huh.
And Terry's what, 6'2"?
Oh, 4, probably.
4?
Yeah.
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 He was an impressive. Nobody was going to mess with that Bubba.
Though our taxi driver was a big guy too.
Yeah, but not as tall.
Yes.
He was just around.
Yes. So we walk into the first hotel. It was very crowded. A lot of children.
A lot of children.
Not very upscale. Sorry to be such a
Snob.
but yeah. So I said, let's just walk down the beach a bit, see what we see. And I'm on a data diet for a few more days, so somebody wouldn't let me turn my phone on to kind of discover what was near us. But we walked down.
Just 2 days and you're off.
That's true. Yay!
Get a whole new month.
We walk down a little bit and we find a bar and restaurant.
An aubergine.
Yeah,
It was
aubergine.
French.
Yeah, for hibiscus. French
Yeah.
for hibiscus.
Yeah.
Nice man in there. They had Wi-Fi. So we bought a beer called a Sea Brew. Say Brown.
Say brew.
Say Brew. I guess the playoff is
Seychelles.
Seychelles.
Yes.
Yeah. Cold brew. Wonderful. And he chatted with us a little bit, and they had a really cool pavilion there. Nice shade.
Mm-hmm.
They had this tree that it just kind of held up the
The roof.
It was really cool.
What
so
was cool about the tree, though,
it was upside down. The part that was up were the roots.
was the root bulb.
Yeah, it was really a great idea.
You got a photo of that.
I do
hope.
have it. Yes,
Okay,
I did.
good.
Absolutely. So while we're there using the Wi-Fi, I find out that next door, like 30 more steps, is
The
a
nice
hotel.
hotel.
It's a hotel that has a casino and several restaurants and a bar and a
Swimming
pool. So yeah, we walked over there and
Got our day pass.
got us a day pass. And
Found
guy
us some
says
chairs.
day pass does not come with Wi-Fi, but he slipped me the Wi-Fi code anyway. So I almost got a video uploaded in the 4 hours we were there, but not quite. So That's what the delay is.
Yeah. I didn't mind paying the $35 a piece for a day pass.
No, no,
Not a taxi ride.
no. Plus, it came with food.
Yes. Well, we got a discount.
Well, we got a whole pizza for free,
Right.
and a discount on our supper. Though our drinks, we ordered a round of drinks. I had a margarita. You had a rum and coke.
Rum and Coke.
What did they have? Remember? It
Uh,
wasn't beer. They were drinks.
Yeah, they were drinks. Everybody got a mixed drink.
Yeah, almost
Oh,
$100. She
It was a
said.
Mai Tai and
Uh-huh.
something else, sweet kind of drink.
Wow.
Yeah, it was about 90
Peanut
some
butter or
dollars.
something.
Yeah. U.S.
Oh well.
So we got ripped off there.
Oh well.
We got ripped off a couple.
Hey, we got free Wi-Fi.
Well, you did. Nobody else could log on.
Only 2 devices at a time. I think. I don't know. So we
So
had a
the-
little technical
Did
glitch
we?
there.
Oh.
Yeah,
No
somebody
one
hit
will
the
know
wrong
once
button.
once you edit it. It'll just look like a small little
You
gas.
still have the premium edition.
Yeah.
There's no commercial in there.
We took the commercial out.
Exactly.
Cut it
Strip
out.
that booger right out. Yes. So we wanted to film outside, just a aside here, because this is still the Indian Ocean behind us. But we hear that we are in for some big seas coming up. So
Another evening of 15-foot waves.
we haven't had a rough day since,
It's the Tasman Sea.
yeah, way back in Australia, which was 6 weeks ago or a month
Seems
ago.
like forever.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But so yeah, so we stayed there. We had our drinks. We got some food. There was a little consternation over whether we'd be able to get back to the boat.
The taxi.
Yeah, though, as we're sitting there in our beach chairs, practically everybody we knew from the boat walked right past us.
Nine little bus loads. Tours from our boat all get off. And they're looking at us, we're looking at them. Well, we've been here all day afternoon.
Exactly.
You guys, they just came to get the sunset shot.
Oh, I see. And it
Because
was a nice sunset.
It was a nice sunset.
Yeah.
had
And then, of course, we could swim in the ocean or the pool. I would say the ocean was cooler than the pool. I swam in both. Yes.
I only swam in the pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
swam
want to
in
get salty.
I got salty, then swam in the pool and got unsalty. We did manage that. We didn't have to jump on one of the excursion buses and
The
cram in.
the front desk was going to line us up
Yeah.
with a ride, which he did.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to have dinner there and use up our credits for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
We still need to work with Terry and Linda on that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the dinner wasn't bad. We had fish and chips. We had 3 things we kind of split.
Yeah.
We had the fruits de mer, we had fish and chips, and there was a third
They had
dish.
calamari.
Calamari, okay.
And we had 3 beers, I think. 2 beers.
Yeah, because I had a Coke.
Yes. Yeah. Whatever. Yep. So, wasn't glamorous, but it was fun.
It was
It was a nice rest. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So, that was fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
all right.
Then we went back to the boat because we stayed overnight in the Seychelles, which was a little weird because we got there at 3 in the afternoon, stayed all night, and then left at 1 o'clock the next
Yeah.
morning, which was a little unusual. It must be based on the geography and how long it took to get to Seychelles from Maldives.
And so,
Yeah.
I'm sure we could talk to the captain and have him do better next time.
Maybe he'll be do a guest appearance.
There you go. So what did we do our second morning?
The second morning, there's a fellow diver on board. I call him Malibu Ken because his name is Ken, obviously.
His name is Ken.
And he's from California. And he looks like a Malibu Ken. But he had found a dive shop in Seychelles who promised that they would get us back to the boat by the time we had to leave, which was 12:30.
Yep.
So he had it all arranged, and then there was another fellow that decided he wanted to come with us. Didn't call the shop and say, "Oh, do you have room?" He just jumped in the cab.
Would have served him right if they didn't have equipment ready for him.
I know. Yeah. So, anyway, it worked out in his favor. They did have plenty of room. So he got to go in. Now, so we left the dock at 7. Got right in the cab, arranged for the cab. He was going to pick us up. We didn't pay him. So we kind of figured he'd be there when we got back because he wasn't going to get paid.
Yeah.
So that works. We got there. Now, I keep having these firsts when I'm diving. This was the first time that the boat wasn't on a pier. It was out in the water, probably 50 feet. The water came up to me here at the boat. So I had to walk out to the water with the equipment on my back and anything I wanted to take with me.
Oh, your dive bag.
My dive bag, right. So my fins, my mask.
Dry clothes.
I didn't take any dry clothes.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew they wouldn't be dry. Now, the extra guy, no. He had his phone in a bag and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and before we got out there, I said, we need to pay now. And she said, oh, no, I'll pay when you get back. I said, we're going to dash when we get back. Oh, okay. So we did pay. But I walked out, so then you had to try and climb up the ladder with all this stuff on you. So then they take us out to the spot. We jump in, and I did the rollback. I'm liking the rollback better than the big step. But the water is so flipping warm. Again, like Maldives, didn't wear a suit. Other people on our boat did wear suits.
Yeah.
Wimps. Yeah.
Not when the water's 84 degrees.
Exactly. Wait.
And even at the depth you're at, it's just a few degrees cooler.
We never went beyond 20 meters. So the first dive, immediately get in there and immediately see this zebra fish that I've never even heard of before. He's yellow and stripes, and you'll see him on the picture. Gorgeous.
Right here somewhere.
Here he is. You see him? We see all kinds of fish. The water is crystal clear. It's just a great dive. Third diver was having trouble. The guide spent most of her time with him.
Yeah, don't worry
But
about
Malibu, Ken, and I had a great dive. We saw turtle. And so you'll see Ken with
How
the
do you
turtle.
do the turtle sign?
So yes, and then like this, because this is the hump. See?
Yeah, that's the shell.
Yeah. So his little flippers. Yeah. Fingers. Yeah. Yeah. What else do we see? All kinds of little fish. Gorgeous fish. Beautiful dive. 45 minutes. Blah blah. Same as every other. But
So I had a wonderful morning.
I'm so sorry.
I was up so early. So I knew Amy had to get up at 6, so I woke up automatically at 5:30. Wasn't able to get back to sleep. So as soon as she left the boat, I was sitting there thinking we had all these wet, damp clothes from the day before. It was 7:30, and I said, you know what? The early birds should be finishing up their first load. So I got to do laundry. Had that all done before I headed into town and did a 2.5-mile hike going to town. It was only maybe 20-minute walk in, but I was sweating so much. Since we've been heading south again, temperatures have dropped to the lower 90s, probably be in the 80s here in the next couple days. That'll be kind of a break. The town, Victoria, was cute. It was completely open. The town was bustling with people. I would put the Seychelles on a great place to come back to, particularly if we knew anybody that could sell a boat and charter one. There's Victoria is the largest island, but there's a lot of little ones that make up the Seychelles.
Great diving and cheap.
Yep.
I did 2 dives for $110. That's really cheap.
Yep.
Really cheap. So we did our first dive, got lots of pictures of fish, and then we moved on to our second place, and it was a wreck. So another first for me was my first wreck.
You didn't have any pictures of it.
Well, she said we were going to possibly go down to 30 meters. And since I'm already on my third camera for the trip, I figured safe than
Good
sorry.
idea.
Yeah. So I left the camera on the boat, and the visibility in the second dive was maybe 10 feet. If you got too far away from your buddy, you couldn't see him.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was not horrible, but I had Malibu Ken. He was looking out for me. We were rocking and rolling. Saw a lot of coral on the two ships that we saw. I didn't dive in, it was all open bow.
You're not certified for that.
I'm not certified for that, so yes, I wasn't going in any crevices. I wasn't going through any holes. No.
Yeah, because that's where the sharks hide, inside, waiting for
great.
you.
The big sharks.
Yeah. As soon as your head pops through, they just chop it. So, Amy, much to my consternation, I hadn't heard from her. Didn't know if she was done.
Yes.
Yeah, but this was an emergency. You knew I'd be worrying. She was 15 minutes late. And I'm down there like
you
holding
wanted
on
us
to
back
the
at
chain.
12:15.
Yeah.
So when you say we were 15 minutes late.
No, I was down there at 12:30 still waiting for you.
No, we got on at like 12:28.
No, you didn't. I was sitting
Well,
there.
I will tell you, so we were the last call for the boat was 12:30.
Yeah.
I agree with it. I will tell you, at 11:55, we were still at the dive site.
Wow. Oh,
And,
sorry.
And the guide is saying, I told you, I gave you my word, we would be done by noon. And I'm going, I don't think we're done. We're not on shore yet. So then we get back, and she says, okay, now I need you to carry your equipment back in. You're going to put everything back on and walk to shore with it. What?
Can't you just put it in a floaty and pull
Oh,
it back?
hey.
Oh.
So, yeah, Ken and
Oh.
I, we jump off, and so then we have to find all our stuff and dry off. And the poor guy with the cab, he's like, you guys are all sopping wet, getting in my cab. And I said, well, I brought a towel. I was the only one that brought a towel.
Oh, you're kidding.
Men. Wait, you're not going to need a towel?
Most important thing to have when you travel the universe.
I know. I had my towel.
Good.
So, I spread it out underneath us, and, we drove back. I was watching the time as I thought we were pulling up just at 12:30. We had to run a little bit of ways. We could see that the boat still had the lines onto the shore, so we weren't too
full
worried.
disclosure, the last tour bus was another 15 minutes
That's
late.
right, yeah.
So the boat, instead of taking off at 1, took off at 1:15.
Exactly.
So it wasn't too
So,
bad.
I'm coming through, and I'm dealing with my stuff, sticking it through the metal detector, the hook. And I look up, and there's Jeff, and he's just got this look on his face like, where have you been? Would it have killed you to turn on your phone? And I guess I figured I would turn the phone on if I knew there was going to be a problem. So, but I guess the double negative isn't always positive. So,
You made it back.
Made it back. We left on time. We had lunch, and then I probably took a 3-hour nap. So.
In the meantime, in a double round, I took all her wet stuff again while she slept.
More laundry.
I did another load of laundry. So we didn't have to do any laundry on our sea day.
I'm so lucky you're here with me.
We couldn't have all that smelly water stink.
No. So, now we're back in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
You're all caught up. That's where we are. And our next port o' call is
Mayo in the Comoros.
in the Comoros, the French Comoros.
Well,
Don't know.
it's its own country. It's independent of France.
Is it an island?
It is.
Is that considered African?
No, it's its own country.
Okay.
Just like Seychelles, independent.
I hear it's a little more rustic.
Yes. Well, outside of South Africa,
Everything is
until we get to Morocco, everything's going to be
rustic.
very rustic.
Now we do have a boat-approved excursion
No
scheduled.
birding.
Yes. So we'll let you know how that goes.
Okay.
We shouldn't be in any kind of, you know.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, no.
But it's making me worry, should I even take my camera or not? You know?
We'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we were warned not to wear any jewelry, watches,
Mm-hmm.
anything when we get off the boat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're going to strip down our personal stuff, which is why I'm thinking
Yeah,
no camera.
okay. We'll just have to see this one with our own eyes.
Yeah.
And our phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that leaves us with our postcard today.
And who does that go to?
Who do you think should get the postcard today?
I haven't a clue. Haven't looked at your list.
Well, next up on the list,
Scott Coster.
well, Cindy got the last one, so
Yeah, but you only said it to send.
I'm sure she'll share.
Okay.
The postcard today is going to go to Sean
Oh,
in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yes. So.
you should just write on the back of one of your diving photographs.
And send it?
Yeah,
Well, that would work, wouldn't it? Yeah.
it's not too big.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
All
Poor
right.
Sean is slugging away there, living the life, and here I am. So, yeah.
Yep. That's what you worked all those years for.
That's right. You too. You work too. All right, everybody. Adios. Hasta mañana. All that.
Yep.
See you on the flip
I
side.
guess we could kind of say au revoir.
Au revoir. That's true. It's French. Cormorants.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and
A
hopefully
bientôt.
we'll be able to get these uploaded soon.
Okay.
You think they have Wi-Fi at Fresh Cove?
We'll just have to wait and see.
We'll see. Okay.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.